Welcome to Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy and Dino. Get ready to dive into the wild world of Minnesota hunting, trapping, and wildlife. We'll be chatting with some folks who protect, manage, and promote the great outdoors. But don't worry, we'll also have some laughs as we chat about guns, whiskey, and anything else that catches our eye. So grab a drink, sit back, and get ready for a good time. Down the Barrel Podcast is brought to you by the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association
and wolf.report. Wolf.report, a platform dedicated to elevating the voices of Minnesota hunters, trappers, and outdoor enthusiasts. Join us in advocating for responsible wolf management in Minnesota. Share your reports, photos, and stories, and together we will ensure that they are seen by all.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association, protecting the future of deer and deer hunting through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and wolf.report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.
All right, so how you doing, Jimmy?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. What you been up to?
Oh, I've been getting ready for, that was pretty Minnesotan there. Didn't you hear that, eh?
Yeah, eh?
Oh, I don't know, eh? I went to the drag races this past weekend up in Big Fork. That was exciting.
That's right, yeah.
That was fun.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a lot of cars, people?
Actually, there was way more cars and people than I thought there would be, but
okay.
They forgot to turn the heat on. It was freaking cold in Minnesota. I tell you, we took the kids, me and my sister Tiff actually went up there.
Okay.
And we took the kids. And it was cold as hell.
That was on Sunday, right?
It was on Sunday.
Okay.
It was awesome. I'd love to see that happen more around here. It was a good time, but it was cold. So that's what I did this weekend. What did you do this weekend?
I was actually down in the cities. So we went down there and went down to, on Saturday, we went to Canterbury Park, watched some horse races.
Did you win?
We won a little bit. We lost a little bit. We won a little bit. We lost a little bit. I think we ended up over the course of the evening, and we were only doing like $2, bets. Nothing crazy. I think at the end of the evening, we ended up walking away with maybe $17.
Oh, did you go to the Dirty Moose?
I did not go to the Dirty Cow this time. No, we were actually staying at a different hotel. So we did Canterbury Saturday, and then Sunday we went to the Minnesota Zoo, which I hadn't been to in 18, 19 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So that was pretty cool. And it was warm. It was almost hot.
Yeah, it was not warm up here on Sunday. Not Sunday morning, early afternoon up in Big Fork. It was freezing ass cold.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Still a good time.
Well, what was it? Was it Wednesday? Wednesday, we had that crazy hailstorm come through. I sent you those pictures.
Yeah, your place. We didn't have it here in Grand Rapids.
Well, that's good. It was wicked. It didn't do any damage from what I could tell, but
that's good.
I mean, it looked like snow. It was crazy.
Right.
So that's kind of what we did.
So what else is happening this time? I mean, the Four Corn camps are getting going.
Yeah, Four Corn camps. I believe a few of them did start on Sunday.
Okay.
I know Deep Portage started. I want to say Long Lake may have had one. But yeah, so those are getting going. So those are, during the week. So one started on Sunday, it'll end Thursday.
Deep Portage has one going right now.
Right now, yes. Yep. Yeah, it'll be ending tomorrow, and then they'll do another session starting that's coming Sunday.
Right.
And both those are Four Corn 1 sessions.
Right, because my nephew's going to the one coming up here.
Correct. Yep. On the 16th. Yeah.
Right. Down at Deep Portage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then our boys are going to Four Corn 2.
Four Corn 2 in July.
I suppose
7th.
That is like a month away. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. July 7th. They'll be going down there.
So they're getting started.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really excited to go. And I know I got to finish up a little bit of paperwork before they.
I probably do too. It's good you said that because I know there's a few things they have to do. But
Yeah. So that's going on. And currently, it started yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah. It started yesterday. The Minnesota State High School Trap Championship.
Yeah, down in Alexandria.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. So Jared is down there currently. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. That is, what did I get the final numbers on? Like 10,000, participants. And then with that, I think they figure up it's almost like 20 to 25,000 people come through there
to watch it or
to
what?
watch. Yeah. Spectators, everything. So of course that counts, that takes into account the, participants, the 10,000 students, and then, family members and everything else. And there's a lot of good vendors down there. So if you're in the area, and it goes until Tuesday, June 18th.
Okay.
Go check it out. Even if you don't know anybody, just go check it out down there. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, they have like vendors and stuff down there.
Oh, for
too,
sure.
don't they?
Yeah. All sorts of food vendors and then just regular vendors. I know Shields is down there, a couple colleges.
Right.
I want to say the Army, the Marines, the Navy, probably the Air Force. They're all, running recruiting stations down there. And also, if you stop by our booth, we're giving away MDHA booth. We're giving away free Four Corn membership. So that's pretty cool. Check it out. I know they've got some other stuff going on down there as well. So
yeah, you guys have a giveaway too, don't you?
Yeah, they're selling raffle tickets.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, there's a raffle for like a Maluna cooler or something, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a cooler and some firearms. So we're giving away 2 prizes, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're in the area, stop by the booth.
For sure. You get a free membership for your younger kids at the Four Corns, and then get a raffle ticket, win some firearms or a Maluna cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Win-win.
So let's see. What else going on this summer? Hopefully some 3D archery shooting.
Well,
or archery shooting.
I hope to do more shooting this summer.
Yeah.
I mean, since I just bought a new bow, I'd like to get out there and justify it a little bit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, maybe why don't we talk about our archery, our bow hunting setups? Yeah, that's, I think, everybody's got a little bit different tastes and whatnot, but I think let's talk about what we have.
Right, because everybody knows that, when you're shooting a bow, it's way better than a 6.5 Creedmoor.
That is way better than a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Way more better.
That is awesome. He's going to hate us for that, but that's all right.
He's not here.
That's true.
I'll teach him.
So what you got there?
Oh, for this year. I actually got a new bow this year.
That is awesome.
I did. I got a brand new Matthews Lift 33.
You went with the 33.
I did. Yeah. Because my current bow I've been shooting since 2014 is a Matthews Creed XS, which if you don't know is a super short bow. It's 28 inches axle to axle. And I loved it for, deer stand hunting.
Yeah.
It was super compact. But once you're out on the 3D ranges, it gets a little tough. It's such a short bow, so I went with the 33 this year. And not only did I go with 33, the new Matthews Lift, the riser is like literally 33 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like a square bow. So it's supposed to be pretty accurate. So I got that, and I actually went with the earth riser and bottomland limbs because I love that old bottomland. Because when I was a kid, I had a bottomlands jacket, and I thought I was the coolest bow hunter in the world.
I love that camo.
Yep. And obviously, I always go with the HHA sights.
Oh, you have to.
You have to. And I ordered it with like their new 3-pin adjustable one.
Yeah.
But I got it, and I didn't like it. So I switched it with my Kingpin.
Okay.
I love my Kingpin. So I took the head off the Kingpin sight and put it on the bridge lock. I don't even know what you call it. The bridge lock bar that you can put through the riser on those new Matthews.
Oh, okay.
I put it on there. So it's kind of a custom deal, but I think I like it. And obviously I have the Ultra Rest, the integrated one, the one with the Picatinny setup in line, whatever they call it. I have that.
Yeah. The Hoyts have that too. Yep.
Yeah, they both do. And I got the Be Real 2.0 grip on that. So I kind of wish it had the old wooden grip that Matthews has because I kind of just dig that. But
yeah, that does feel nice.
Yeah, it feels like a hunting bow then. And I might actually see if I can find one. I'm guessing somebody out there makes one. But I like the skinny grip. And that's why the Be Real is put on there. And I'll be hunting with the Black Eagle Deep Impacts again probably this year. Either that or I might go with the Carnivores just because to get away from the outserts. Not a big fan anymore.
Yeah.
How about you? What are you shooting this year?
Well, same thing last couple years. So what was it, 2 years ago? I want to say it was. Yeah, it had to be 2 years ago now. Time flies. I was lucky enough to win from Itasca Archery the Hoyt Venom Pro 33.
That's fancy. And you got it for free.
I did. Well, I wouldn't say the bow was for free, but I had to, set everything else up. So it's not a free
but
bow.
Still a great deal.
Oh, definitely a great deal.
Great bow too.
And I had the option between the 30 and the 33. And previously I had the Quest, G5 Quest, QS 33. For whatever, I like that longer bow. The brace heights on the Quest was 7-inch, so a little bit more forgiving,
right?
And so that's what I like. And this one's got a 6 3/8 brace height, so not quite, the 7-inch, but still a little bit more forgiving. And honestly, I just trim a few more limbs, and I like the longer bow. It just
they are more accurate.
Yeah,
and I guess that's one thing I liked about my Creed XS is it was short, but the brace height was like 7.5 inches.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it almost had to be when it's that shorter bow, though,
right,
to make up for it.
Well, and I like just, I have a 30.5-inch draw, pretty close to what yours is. I think we're almost the same.
Mine's 29.
Oh, mine's about 30 and a half.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go with the 30-inch because, my draw length.
Right.
I mean, that thing, crazy. But so I've got that. And it is in the green. I think it's olive green or, the OD green, which is really nice. I like that color.
Fancy.
Looks out really, really cool. Mm-hmm. And so for sight, let's see, I am running the HHA Tetra single pin. I still have the Kingpin on my old QS, but I wanted to upgrade it. So I upgraded to the Tetra, and it has, the Hoyt's got that, Picatinny rail system thing. So that hooked up. And I'm also running HHA Virtus drop down rest.
Oh yeah, I've had one of those on one of my older bows. Those are good rests.
Yeah, those are. I mean, on my old one, I think I had a Q8E. I want to say that was on the old bow, but
I think the HHA, when you buy that rest, they donate money to veterans causes.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's part of the deal with their rest.
Yeah, that'd definitely be something to look into.
Yeah, I think I don't think I'm making that up, but I
love the HHA products.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and they're a great company out of Wisconsin.
And with the single pin, you said you went to a 3-pin, you tried it, you didn't like it, you went back to single. I don't know. Ever since when we switched over to single pin, 10 years ago?
Right.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to go back.
I won't, because the site that I tried, it was a Tetra Rise, whatever, some fancy thing from HHA. Nice site, 3 pins, adjustable even.
Really?
I just didn't like it. I wanted to go back to the single pin, so I took the head off my Kingpin and put it on, that site, and I switched them basically. I'm going to stick with the Kingpin. I like the big open viewport. Yeah,
and that is, and I say I do miss about the Kingpin is it was a larger opening.
Right.
This Tetra is a lot smaller opening.
Right.
But I'm still getting used to it, to a certain extent. And then, so with that, I'm shooting Easton. I switched over to Easton Access 5mm, and then running Max Hunter vanes and whatnot. I still have some deep in packs, but I'm just the outserts.
I struggle. I have trouble
struggling with those. Yeah,
I lose a lot of them in 3D ranges.
Yep, they fly great. They're awesome. I love the Black Eagle arrows, but I wanted to try something different, and I've had good luck with the Eastons.
Right. Now, do those ones actually have the inserts?
Yes, those have the inserts.
Okay, because I think I will eventually, probably even this year, switch back to an arrow with inserts.
Yeah.
Because every time I pull out of those 3D targets, I'm losing my outserts.
Yep.
And that is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and the thing is I've glued my outserts. I've gotten them straight from factory.
Right.
Me too. And it just doesn't seem to matter. They still, for whatever reason, though, those 3D targets, they got one hell of a grip.
They claim your outserts and your field points.
Yeah, no doubt.
I went to shooting at a 3D range before with 6 arrows, and I came back with 1 arrow that was complete because of that.
And that wasn't even, you didn't lose any.
No, it was in the target.
Yeah.
They just come off, and that's, factory glued or even some mine glued. Yep. Sometimes those 3D targets are tough.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's just kind of my normal setup. But for broadhead, I've used Rage for years. I've had the original. I do have a hypodermic in my in my bow. I've had the Bone Crusher, which I wasn't excited with, but last year I switched over to the NAP, the DK4.
Oh yeah,
which is really kind of cool. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah. I wanted to go with the G5, but at the time where I was shopping at, they didn't have any available, so I went with the NAPs, and they fly really nice. They have a 2-inch, cut on them, so
yeah. I've killed more deer with the NAP kill zone than any other.
Yeah, I almost went with the kill zone, but I want to try something just different. New.
That's fine.
Yep. So
I usually have in my quiver, I have a couple kill zones, and I have the Annihilator, the fixed blade ones. They're kind of a smaller company, but I've been dying to shoot a deer with one because I guess it leaves like a hole in deer, like 45, like it was shot with 45. That's kind of their marketing. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty
I've yet to prove that, but
right.
The kill zones are awesome. I love the kill zones.
Yeah, those are nice. And then this year I actually just added just a couple months ago was jacked gear, the sling.
Yeah, I've been looking at those.
I picked up one of those and got that with the magnet version, so it wraps around, and I've only tried it in the house. I haven't been out shooting yet, but I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah,
because
it's a great company.
Yeah, the magnet sticks away, or sticks to the bow and gets the sling out of the way, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we talked to one of the guys down at
we talked to the main
Deer
guy.
Turkey Classic.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he was telling us about it. Great product, very interesting. Yeah. I'm probably going to order one.
You should.
Just haven't yet.
Yeah, because they are made by veterans.
Yeah. Yep.
In Missouri, I believe.
Is that where it's out of?
I believe so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Jacked Gear, JAKT.
Yes.
Gear.
Yeah, you guys got to check them out. They
great
are awesome.
Everything is made by veterans.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got the sling. They've got all these different attachments too. And even for saddle hunters or non-saddle hunters, they've got the harness around the tree that you can attach your bag and everything to. I mean, they've got some good
a lot of magnets,
products.
So it's more silent, which is nice.
Yeah, they do a really cool job. Really nice stuff. What do you use for your basic deer stand? Let's talk Ripley, I guess.
Oh, Ripley, yeah, because at home I'm using box blinds.
Yeah. So what do you
Ripley,
use for that?
Summit Climber. I'm a climber. I love my climber just because it's easy. Maybe it's not the most easy thing to pack in, but once I get to the tree, I can set it up and I'm up in that tree in no time and everything's up in that tree. Summit Razor. They don't even make them anymore. It was like made for bow hunters. But they don't make it anymore. I love that stand. And I've had it for probably 10, 15 years.
Yeah, you've used it quite a while. Mm-hmm. Before that, you were using a Muddy.
Yeah, the Muddy, just to hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did like the Muddies, but after I eventually went and tried the climbers, I fell in love with the climbers, especially down Ripley because, there's just more of that type of tree down there.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're going in the dark, so you just want to, get up in a tree as quick as possible and easy.
Right, because you can strap it to your tree, climb up. Once you're up there, you're up. You pull your bow up, you're good to go. Boom, that easy. You're not, climbing up there trying to strap a stand on and ladders and then pulling your bow up. I mean, it's one shot, you're up.
Yeah,
it's the only time of year I use climber, though.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for Ripley, up until last year, I was using a hang-on stand, the Hawk Helium. I believe it was the extra large. I like that extra large platform. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Whatever it was, the Hawk Helium, it was 12 pounds. Because before I was using, I don't know, I had 2 or 3 different stands I'd take down. They were so heavy. Right. It sucked to haul in. And then I started, I got the Hawk Helium sticks, the 30 inches. So they've got 3 different, pedestals on them. Because I was tired of swapping back and forth. And by the time I get up the tree, I pretty much circle the tree. So I start on, say, the north side, and I end up on, like, the east side. I don't ask me how I do it. Somehow I do it every single time. To where it is very cumbersome to get in and out of my stand. So last year I switched over. I tried the saddle for the first time.
Yeah, I was curious about those, but I think I'm too old for that.
Oh no, you're not. It was actually more comfortable than I thought. And so I went because I'm, the basic deer hunter. I went cheap.
We got to try it out first.
Yeah, and I went with the XOP. And at that point, they were offering it was a XOP Edge platform, and it came with the saddle, and it was kind of a harness saddle. So I watched a lot of videos and tested it out, and I didn't like the harness part. So more or less what I did is I cut the harness off and had it adjusted to where it was just the saddle. And that was very comfortable. I am impressed, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know if I could get used to it. I guess I'd have to try it.
Yeah, you'd have to try it. I tried it a few times in the yard, and it took a little bit to get used to. It takes, the shooting's a little bit different, obviously.
Yeah.
Trying to swing around that tree, but let me tell you, it is. I know this year I'm using that again.
Really?
And I'm going to use the Hawk Helium steps, although I know a lot of saddle guys are going to these really small steps because they want to be as minimal as possible and as light as possible, which I get it. But, the steps that I use, they're pretty light, and I have them.
I mean, I get it. I mean, we hike in probably 6 to 10 miles, don't we?
Dude, if I hiked in more than a mile and a half, I'd be dead.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the road.
Yeah, we are. Where do we hunt at currently? And even the new spots we found
are pretty close.
I mean, we're not that far off.
No,
and there's
4 miles in the swamp.
There's no reason to be.
Not down there. It's almost pointless.
Yeah,
Ripley's a different animal.
Yeah, for sure. So that's kind of what I'm using for the bow setup.
Yeah.
What kind of camo you wearing?
Right now I use Sitka, not because I think it's the end all. That's what I wanted. I somehow ended up with a couple sets of it, and that's what I use.
Yeah,
it's comfortable. I love the Fanatic stuff. I guess that's all I use is the Fanatic stuff.
I like your Sitka. It is nice.
I like it's set up for bow hunters. Yeah, and that's why I like it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I've been using. Last year I was lucky enough year before. This is my second year. First Light.
Oh yeah.
So nice I got in with the whitetail. So if you go to First Light's website, it's awesome. And you can type in, what you hunt, season you hunt, stuff like that. And I ended up, because I had some Cabela's, what did I have? Cabela's Outfitter series, some wool.
Okay.
Wool, I think they call it their Woltimate. And it was kind of that old school camo. And I really liked it.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I like that too.
And I really like that. And so that was like my cold weather gear. I didn't have enough of that mid-season, typical bow hunting. So I went with the First Light, and I got the Catalyst kit, bibs, top, and I don't know, half the time now I layer up and I wear that all season.
Right.
I mean, the Woltimate's great and I love it, but it's pants and a top. And I'm kind of getting to the point to where I got to have bibs.
I love me some bibs.
Yeah, because my pants,
they cut into the gut a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My gut's getting a little bit larger. Seems like every season. Yeah. So the bibs are the way to go. But I do 100%. I do like the First Light. I've looked at Arctic Shield quite a bit.
Yeah.
But just haven't gone that way yet.
Yeah. The only camo I look at anymore is if they have bibs.
Yeah. For sure.
I gotta have bibs. Yep. And I would love to find somebody that makes early season bibs.
Yeah, there's not too many out
There's
there.
not a lot. There's
a
couple.
Catalyst is probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, and I might have to check them out because it's just getting warmer anymore.
Yep.
Opener bow season used to be 50s. Yeah. Now it's like 70s.
Right. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of crazy. But no, I really like that First Light. And like I said, I've been looking more and more kind of at Arctic Shield, but I might upgrade to some more cold weather
from First Light.
First Light,
yeah. Speaking of First Light, Ryan Callahan.
Yeah, boom.
Supposed to be on the podcast.
Exactly.
Said he was going to be on the podcast.
That'd be great. We got to get him in soon.
I'm going to ask him about what he's got for me for First Light.
Let's see. What do you use for a pack? Nobody really talks about what do they use for a pack, what they have in a pack, because obviously everybody has to have a pack of some kind.
I like to keep it super simple. I've been using basically a big fanny pack for years. I don't wear it around my waist. I wear it over one shoulder. I think it's like Mad Dog or something like that.
I think so.
So I forget what they call it, and I've had that for probably 10 years or more. And it's just a big open thing.
Yeah, I can't even find one that size anymore. I've been looking.
Yeah, you can fit a lot in there.
Yeah.
I use that. It's just super simple. I can throw it over one shoulder. I just haven't made the switch to a true backpack yet. I just can't do it.
Well, I don't remember, it was probably Cabela's. It was a Cabela's fanny pack shoulder harness. The zipper broke within a year, so got rid of that. And then I switched to an Alps fanny pack, and it had a front. I don't know what the model number is, but it had a front little compartment. It was great for toilet paper, but it was a small pack, which was great for kind of early season when you don't need gloves, you don't need hand warmers, I mean, you just need a headlamp, knife, whatever, basic stuff. It worked great. But then come late season, it's like, okay, now I need a few more things,
right?
Even a thermos or water, a little bit bigger water bottle or something like that. So then I upgraded to, I've got an Arctic Shield T3X now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little big, but let me tell you, for the saddle, it actually works great because I can strap the platform to that backpack, and then I mount that up, and I got everything in it, and that is, I really like that backpack for that.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, I bought that fanny pack years ago. It's huge. I mean, I can fit my rangefinder, gloves. I actually have a thermos in there sometimes. It fits a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And once that zipper breaks, which for some reason it hasn't yet, I'll have to upgrade, and I'll probably get one of those Arctic Shield backpacks.
Yeah. Yeah, they are really nice. I mean, there's a lot out there, but I definitely like the Arctic Shield.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Of all the ones I've seen, I'm pretty sure I'd just go with Arctic Shield.
Yeah. That kind of covers most. I was just looking at my notes. That kind of covers most my whole bow hunting setup.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's all a guy really needs.
Right.
And what else is there? I mean, scents, but you can't use those when we hunt anymore. Even at Ripley, you can't.
No, you can't. But when I do hunt Kansas wildlife research, I mean, that's what I use all the time.
That's what we always use until they told us we couldn't.
Right. But yeah, I use that we used it for coyote.
Right.
I use it for deer down there, cover scent and everything. Actually, and even for some cover scent, for cover scent, a lot of times what I use is the nose jammer.
Yeah.
I really like nose jammer. That's been great.
Right. I always just went with like doe and heat kind of thing for scent coverage.
Yeah.
Just because I've never really drawn deer in with it. But it always works great for cover scent. Yeah,
it does. And we used to use, and sometimes when we get our hands on it, the deer dander from Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah. I've used that. And my first buck I shot was because of deer dander from Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
I mean, I sprayed it at the bottom of my tree, and it stopped right underneath me and was sniffing around. Didn't smell me. He hung up and gave me enough time to shoot him. Even though I almost dropped the arrow on top of his head, I was able to have time to pull it back up, knock it again, and shoot the thing. But I do credit that to deer dander from the Fitzgerald's boys.
Yeah. Yep. I do like the deer dander. And then when a couple years or something, we couldn't get a hold of that, that's when I kind of switched over to nose jammer. I mean, I've had them lick my tree stand and just circle the tree, and they know something's there, but they just can't figure it out. And that's been really good. So the cover scent and the scent, that's kind of what we use for that. So
right, yeah. I remember I had that same thing happen to me. I was using a company that isn't even around anymore, Bust-A-Buck. I was down in Illinois, and I had this little buck come underneath me, and I had just actually urinated out of the stand because I couldn't hold it, right? And this buck comes up, and I was like, oh, man, he's going to totally bust me. And so I dumped a bunch of that Bust-A-Buck down there.
Yeah.
And he came up, sniffed around, didn't get spooked at all.
Yep.
So yeah, it does work if you have the right stuff. Unfortunately, Bust-A-Buck isn't around anymore. I'll give a shout out to Jorgensen. He shut her down. You know you are, buddy.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association has been building our hunting and conservation legacy over the past 40 plus years through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation in Minnesota for Minnesota.
So, Dean, what's the rest of the summer looking like for Down the Barrel?
We've got some good guests coming up.
Oh, yeah?
So we've got, I know, first and foremost, or at least the soonest, I should say, will be Sam from Off Grid Armory.
Yeah, over in Bemidji, right?
Yeah, yep, Shevlin area.
Yeah, Shevlin,
Yep. So that'll be
Looking
really
forward to that
cool.
one.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be nice to talk to him. Then we've got hopefully soon after that will be Tacticam.
Yeah.
A couple guys from there. Jamie Chick of the Woods.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, she was in the latest issue of Adventurous.
Right, yeah. She's
on
a
the cover.
forager for mushrooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she's going to spread a lot of good information, maybe save a life or two.
Yeah, that'll be it definitely saved my life for sure.
Right.
That'll be a really good, interesting podcast. And with that, then at some point again, we'll be talking with Adventurous, Jen from there.
Yeah.
So that'll be
See
good.
what she's been up to this summer.
According to her Facebook page, she has been all over the place fishing. Hunt. I want to know about her turkey hunt.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that too. I'm looking forward to that one.
And some of the fishing stuff she's done in sturgeon. I'm so jealous of her right now.
Right.
So that'll be good to talk to her. And then we've got one of your buddies, Sportsman
for the Boundary Waters.
Yeah.
We're still working on scheduling, but we're going to get him in here. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff about the Boundary Waters, chat about all the missing people that have been up there this summer. I mean, I swear to God, every week somebody's missing up there.
Yeah, I saw something the other day again.
Yeah, there's like Boy Scouts missing. I mean, all kinds of bad news, and
Sketchy.
We'll get filled on that.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then still trying to work through BHA. So trying to get them in.
Yeah.
That one will probably be more of a in person or on location type
Yeah, we
deal.
might even be doing a little hunting on that one.
Yeah, maybe some beaver dams,
Beaver
or
control.
something like that. Yeah, beaver control. There we go. And then you've been in contact with somebody from.
Oh, Meat Eater.
Yeah.
We've been talking to the boys over at Meat Eater, and we're trying to get somebody on here from Meat Eater. I won't say who until we actually book it, but yeah, that'll be exciting.
That will be exciting. That'll be cool.
Should be a fun one.
Yeah, and then we're still working through some details, but we might even do an on location or something with Garrett from APF again. We might venture down to Alexandria.
Yeah, the park down there where the shoot is this weekend.
Yeah,
The high school shoot. Yeah,
so that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, hopefully that'll probably be a little bit later in the summer. Of course.
Although I'll go anytime, Garrett, just so if you're listening.
Exactly. Of course, it's already mid-June.
Yeah.
Can I say mid-June? I mean, what is it?
I'm just hoping it stops
mid-June.
raining for more than 2-3 days in a row.
Dude, I am so tired of the rain.
I know.
I mean, I don't want to cuss the rain, but I'm cussing the rain.
I'm good.
These mosquitoes are
Oh my Lord.
horrendous.
I know. I was working in my breezeway the other day, and it was like I'm inside,
Yeah.
and I had to spray bug spray on me.
Oh, it
was
is
crazy.
It is awful. No thing. I'm done. I could be dry for a few days.
I'll take a semi drought. So so we got some good guests coming up this summer. We're just working out the scheduling on it, which is honestly the hardest thing to do because these people are busy, but we appreciate them taking time and either coming and visiting us and talking to us or,
Virtual.
doing it virtual.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. If you guys can think of anybody that, if you'd like to be a guest,
Right.
if you got an interesting story, hunting, fishing,
Right. Let us know.
whitetails, wolves, whiskey, whatever, let us know and see if we can fit you in the schedule. If you can think of anybody that we haven't thought of, that'd be great.
Message us on Facebook or website or any channel really. And we'll definitely consider it if you want to be on or know somebody that we should talk to.
Exactly. If they got an interesting story or something, and with that, we should mention, subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Spotify. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do, give us a like, subscribe, follow, whatever it may be. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, because that really helps. It helps with everything. Helps
Right.
with a lot of the algorithms. Keeps us on top.
Right.
Keeps us motivated. Keeps us going. So
For sure.
yeah.
Please follow us. We're begging you. No, we're not that desperate, but
We'll get better and better.
well, we got some good guests coming up.
We do have some
some
good guests.
really good guests coming up.
It's a lot better than just us.
God, I hope so. But yeah, I mean, even Jared, he's not even here this week.
He's not here this week. We might have him back.
Right.
Although, we should do a poll. Who likes to have Jared on with us?
Yeah, where is he now? Yeah, he was down at the high school shoot.
He's down at the trap shoot. Yep, he's there for
right. So
he's a few days.
He's got a good excuse.
He does. He's working. So
right.
Yeah, it's good for him. Good PR.
That's right. Way to go, Jared.
But yeah, great. So that's kind of what we got coming up.
Yeah. So be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe, and you don't want to miss some of these episodes coming up because they're going to be interesting. Check out Sam from Off Grid. I'm really looking forward to that one.
I am.
Yeah, I know he's going to have some great stories because he's an interesting fella and his business is awesome over there.
Yes, that is great. Mm-hmm. I love watching his videos and everything on YouTube that they do on Facebook. So yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be an interesting. I'm even excited. Well, I'm excited for all the guests. But, even Tacticam coming up. That'd be great.
Yeah, I got some good questions for them because with my new bow, I want to do a Tacticam stabilizer, but I don't see it on their website anymore.
I've got some info for that, and that'd be a good one to even ask them about.
I'm going to, because on my old bow, that's all I've ever had is a Tacticam stabilizer.
Yep,
I'd like a new one for my new bow.
Right, correct.
So we're gonna have to ask them about that.
I might even be able to hook you up because I know we can get one.
Well, I know, but I want to. Yeah. So hook me up.
Yep, I'll hook you up. All right, I think that does it for another one.
Yeah, just a quick one. Thanks for listening, guys. Please subscribe, follow. And check back. We got some good episodes coming up, like we said, this summer. And
comment on our Facebook, on our website. Even
if you don't like us,
exactly. Us. Please comment because we love it.
Oh yeah,
we love it.
Bring it.
It'll be awesome.
It's a good laugh.
We will have to do. We're going to have to do another
social media.
Yeah.
Love.
Yep.
As I like to call it.
It might be a few more weeks, but
although it's kind of slowed down a bit since hunting season.
Down. Yeah.
The haters have kind of died down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where they went.
I'm thinking it'll come back come September, October, but when people start thinking about hunting again.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think we'll be good. So next episode should be maybe Sam. We might have one before that.
Might have one before. Yep.
But check back for Sam from Off Grid. That'll be a good one.
It'll be great.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for listening.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and wolf.report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.